In this video, we're going to show you how to PXE boot and re-image a Windows PC using MECM. There are prerequisites here, so have a read of those prerequisites. So first we go to Software Library, then go to Operating Systems and add an operating system image. We have that there already. That install.wim is the Windows 11 image. We need to change this to a UNC path. Select the two checkboxes there and select the image index that we want, Windows 11 Pro in this case. Select the language that we want and select the 64 bits and select next. We now edit the name and type in the version there and type in some comments. Hit next, check the details and select next. Check that we do have success and select close. We can check the properties on that image. We're going to leave all this as default. And select OK. We now need to distribute the image to the distribution point. So we need to select the distribution point. In this case, there's only one. So let's select it, hit next, check the details and select next. Now we need to refresh until we get a green circle there. This can take some time. Select the bottom tabs there, check all the details. Now we need to distribute the boot image to the distribution point as well, the 64-bit boot image. Once again, we need to refresh until we get a green circle there. This can take some time. Okay, now we can configure all unknown computers device collection. So this is the collection that will contain the computers that will be PXE booted and re-imaged. Here we're selecting a variable name that is quite common, OSD computer name. In this lab we're going to leave the value blank, but in production environment we would put a value there. Now we create a task sequence and edit that task sequence. So give it a name, a description, and select the boot image. And we'll run it as a high performance power plan. We need to select the image there. And we need to deselect the BitLocker. On this occasion, we don't want to use BitLocker. We can also set up a local administrator account and password. This is optional, and this will depend on your organization's policy. We'll join our domain, select the domain, and select the OU that we want to place this PC into. We need to select the user that has access to this OU and domain. Enter the password and select verify to ensure the connection works. Select next. We'll leave this as default and default again. Next. On this occasion, we won't install any applications in addition to the operating system. Select check we have success there and close the window. Let's edit the task sequence. So some of the stuff we don't need, so we can delete the capture user files and settings and delete the restore user files and settings. That leaves us with the install operating system and set up the operating system. Check the properties and the options. On this occasion, we're going to leave all as default. Apply and hit OK. Now we need to deploy the task sequence to all unknown computers device collection. Hit OK there. Select the device collection. For action we want to install, for purpose we need it required, and we need to make certain we have PXE or PXE in the make available to the following selection. We need to give it a schedule, so as soon as possible, and then OK. Hit next. Leave this one as default, and this is default. Default again. Check the details, select next, and check we have success. Notice we have the deployment there of the task sequence. Now we need to check the distribution point settings. So go to the distribution point, in this case there's only one, and go through the top tabs. In this case, we're going to leave everything as default. And select OK. Now we can go to the client PC and start the PXE boot and re-imaging of that PC. This will take some time, and the installation progress will be displayed on the client PC. So there we have it. We've successfully re-imaged the client PC with Windows 11. Let's log in with the domain username and password. Let's go to the About section and check the details. There's the computer name that was auto-generated by MECM because we didn't set a value for OSD computer name. We can see the Windows 11 Pro version and the 25H2. In Active Directory, there's the computer object in the correct OU. And in MECM, there's the computer object with the client installation.